How to wash the dead for Muslims. How to wash the dead, and it was stated that upon the death of a Muslim, we should do 4 things for him, the first of which is washing, the second of shrouding, the third of praying over him, and the fourth of burial, and each of these 4 stages has a minimum and a corner, and the corner of washing may be enough with a large cup of water, a cup of water, and nothing whether the water is hot, warm, lukewarm or cold, and there is no objection to it if it has perfumes or not. Water is poured over the dead from the head to the bottom, and the base is the feet, so if we imagine that there is a bath and the dead is immersed in it and then taken out, the washing stage has been completed to the fullest, and this is not what is done when washing the dead. In fact, the dead is washed through more steps than this, whereby his stomach, his eyes, his nose, all his organs, and more other things are cleaned, but all of them are not obligatory when washing the dead. And if we suffice with circulating the body with water, then the rest of the matters are by way of sunnahs and bodies and so on, and there is no objection to performing ablution or ghusl for the one who washes the dead before doing his work, and likewise nothing if the one who is washed is not an ablution. In ghusl, it is desirable to carry the dead to an empty, concealed place that only the washer and those who assist him can enter when washing, and the washing of the young does not differ from the old. And the dead is washed in a shirt that he wears when he wants to wash it. Then if the shirt is wide, the washer inserts his hand into his sleeve, the opening of the chest, and washes it from under it, and if it is tight, he cuts his head and puts his hand in it, and if there is no shirt or it has not been washed in it, he will cover it between the navel and the knee, and it is forbidden to look at it, and it is disliked for the washer to look at anything from the body of the dead except for a need that he wants to know who is washed, and as for what is known, he does not look at anything from his body except for necessity. The washroom prepares cold water in a large bowl to wash with, which is better than the heater, unless he needs the heater due to severe cold or dirt or something else. Clean, and the first thing to do after placing the deceased on the bather is to make him sit softly so that he is not upright and leaning behind him, and places his right hand on his shoulder and his thumb in the fovea of his back, lest he tilt his head, lean his back on his right knee, and pass his left hand over the belly of the dead man in an eloquent way to remove the excrement, and he has a censer that smells of ointment, and the appointed person pours a lot of water on it, so that it does not appear. He comes out, then returns him to a lying position, and washes his left side while it is wrapped in one of the 2 rags. It is better to wash all the anus with a rag and the kiss with a rag, and there is no doubt that it is more clean. Then he should take care of the filth on his body and the like, and when he finishes what we have presented, he wraps the other rag on the hand and inserts his finger into the mouth of the deceased and passes it over his teeth with some water and does not open his teeth. The one who is washed must insert his finger into the nostrils of the dead with some water to remove the harm in them, then perform ablution 3 times like the ablution of the living, with rinsing the mouth and sniffing. The water reaches his insides, and when he completes his ablution, he washes his head and then his beard with something that contains foam, such as soap or shampoo, and combs them with a wide-toothed comb if they are dusty. Then he washes his left side as well, then he turns it to his left side and washes his right side from the nape and back from the shoulders to the foot, then he turns it to his right side and washes his left side. Washing the head is not repeated, rather it begins with the neck and what is below it, and the head was washed first, and care must be taken to avoid covering it on the face. Then all of what we mentioned is one wash, and this washing is with water and the thing in which there is foam, then the sore water is poured over it, that is, the one that does not mix with it. Something from the top of his head to his feet, and it is desirable to wash it 3 times. That is done 3 times with pure water, and he relubricates his joints after washing, then blots him thoroughly. After that, he does not rewash the dead.